It's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on Melanovka, and we've got CaptainOz back using the EBR 105, which is the hot rod, as you can see. Tier 10 French light wheeled vehicle. I call it a tank. It's a lovely 3D skin range. Not sure where that comes from. Alright, it's taking up an early position here. This is a great line of bushes to basically spot from. A light tank with good camo, and he's spotting up a few vehicles, not a whole lot. But even a medium tank can hide behind these bushes, and as long as that one comes near, he'll be fine. The CVS has changed things slightly, but you can see CaptainOz is running CVS as well as optics and low noise exhaust, so he's minimising his moving camo as well as his stationary. Alright, so sort of exhausted that area there. Leave that to the tanks on that side. Just putting the tanks lined up on the edge of the lake. So he's already picked up 3k of assisted damage there. And I didn't mention he is platooned with Toddy from Lemon Clan. You've seen a video recently with him in it. We know he's a great player, played in the ANZ Premier League. CaptainOz just using the mobility and speed of the DBR, hoping to respot some of those targets. You might get spotted yourself. There is an enemy EBR somewhere. He was last spotted. In fact, has been spotted now. In fact, spotted by CaptainOz. Kill shot? No, he doesn't get the kill shot. Did he get spotted firing? Luckily, no. That EBR is still there though, even though he's on low health. That doesn't stop him spotting, so he's going to have to still be relatively cautious. He's been spotted now. That would have been the DZT. So he hits the gas and pedals on out of there. He was unspotted. He can go for another run. DZT will know he keeps getting spotted, which will be annoying to him, but fair enough, it's a fairly forward position. Oh, spotted again. Yeah, maybe an EBR, and when he gets whacked by the DZT, should have slowed it down a little bit. It's in the repairs. Oh, big jump there. Some nice air for CaptainOz. Alright, doing what all good EBR drivers do, relocate. It's over 85 k's there.
Fall back from there.
So you can see that the hill is being lost. So the phase 1 up there, there was the phase 1 up there and a whole massive enemy tank, so quickly knocks over some trees for extra camo and starts spotting for his team. He's telling the Yak Tiger to get further back so he can fire without being spotted. Not sure he's listening to that. Now, the feature that CaptainOz was using just there is the rotary menu that you bring up with the Z key. Now, that does translate that into the language of the client that the other players are using, so there's no excuse that that player didn't get a message in his own language. He's just ignoring it and deciding to get some damage. CaptainOz now over 6k of assisted damage here, and he's pretty much halted that enemy push. They've lost a couple of tanks, but at this stage he's keeping them at bay. Enemy's still picking up. Luckily the enemy EBR is gone. And they're starting to make amends here. They've got plenty of hit points left and a bit of an advantage now over the enemy team. This is definitely a strong position here for the light tank. One of the problems with the TDs that are behind him is just that, yeah, with the dips in the ground, there are points where the enemy tanks can't be shot. But they're starting to take out more and more, particularly with Audi. Now the HORE-3 nicely got set on fire there, and that would have been toddy, because you can see the colour of the numbers going up. And CaptainOz is now over 11k of combined damage, or of assisted damage I should say. It's all his damage he's got so far. HORE-3 is down to 42 hit points. So that's going to make him a bit quieter. DZT finally gets taken out. And unfortunately they lose their ears at 16. I was deciding that perhaps the spot he was in could bear moving away from, so some of these other tanks can be killed. The enemy is sort of pretty wrapped around them. The question is, can they penetrate this forested area? It's always a tough tactic. Basically, as soon as they poke their head out and they get spotted by CaptainOz, they get shot. Yeah, he could almost take out that ML2.
Fall back from there. Yes, sir.
Let's see, there's 704 responded. Alright, here comes ML2. Not for long. Alright, so they've got now a significant hit point advantage. They've really been hanging on to their hit points, which is good. And it's again all because the enemy EBR was shot and CaptainOz has managed to maintain his position. Right, HORE-3 goes down. So now, just in this area, you've got the AMX-30 and the Type 71. AMX-30 takes out the Object 780, but CaptainOz can do an in-game play here and try and come around behind the Type 71 and the AMX-30. Spotting them at the moment, that one. Here we go, it's the Type 71, there's the AMX-30. Now, could get into a spot where fire on the rear of that AMX-30, but he doesn't need to. So, picks up a swag of hit points from there. Again, could shoot at the Type 71. He's just not sure exactly where the Vidas is. Oh, the Vidas has been spotted down there, and that Type 71 goes down. See, Toddy's been busy, he's got 3 kills, and spotted Artie, Vidas 16, get shut down, and now it's just the 2 Tier 9 Arties. Now, can CaptainOz get a kill here? That's the question. Does he want to get killed? So just under 15k of assisted damage here. No, I was going to say he's running in front to make sure he doesn't get spotted, but it's only artillery. One of them's dead, and he might just take a shot here. Oh, misses being shot to death, and he does get a kill. Well done. So that brings up 15k of assisted damage. Awesome game. Let's go and have a look at the details. Well, the results look pretty sparse. 126 hit points of damage, 1 kill. But look at that, 15k of assisted damage there. Patrol duty medal, for spotting at least 6 tanks that get damaged by your team, and the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. Let's have a look at the team score. Alright, it's finished on top, 1528 base experience. That is awesome, particularly at tier 10. Toddy coming in next with the 114 SP2 he was platooned with, getting just over 3.1k and having 4 kills, but CaptainOz quite in advance in terms of EXP. Maximum damage was actually Object 780, who clicked over 4k just, and the enemy team, the Arties, finished on top, so that tells you something. But the top 71 picking up the most damage on that team. Alright, back to CaptainOz. So, won't worry about shots fired. We only 2. Did have the platoon bonus and the personal reserves running. This was before the 15th anniversary stuff started, so unfortunately this got delayed a little bit coming out. Yeah, so no veterans rewards here. Negligible costs, so managed a massive total of 186k, which at tier 10 is rather shocking, to be honest. In any case, great game there from CaptainOz. Not even his best game, it would seem, in the EBR, but certainly a good game and very illustrative of maximising the value of the light tank on Malinovka. So I hope you picked something up there, and if you learned something from that or you at least enjoyed watching it, please give the video a thumbs up. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.